3, 2. People of Earth, the time is 7:32 on February 8th, 2024. I am your good friend, post-COVID, Chris, here with one half of the only other band that I know with a period in their name besides Let Live. It's Pulses, baby.
Yeah.
I'm here with Matt
Hello.
and Kevin. Hello, friends. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. For anyone who may not know what you do in the band, would you mind telling us in 15 words or less?
Yeah. I'm Matt. I play guitar games and stuff.
Well, you.
Kevin, what you
Kevin.
got?
I play drums and I do vocals sometimes and I write lyrics.
I thought I heard that voice somewhere. Like, I guess for both of y'all, I suppose. I was watching the video for Run the Ghouls today. I'm like, what a bunch of fun folk. It looked like y'all were in like the Owen Hart Foundation, just, playing some riffs. And I'm like, this is my kind of band. I gotta let y'all know, right? So I'm from Maryland,
Nice.
for context sake. And I saw when I was like doing like the 365 songs and 365 days project on TikTok last year. I saw that like your first record came out in 2016.
Yeah.
And I feel really bad that I didn't know about y'all then, especially being so close, I guess, like neighbor wise.
Right.
I tell a lot of friends that since I left like the Moco area, since I left Maryland, I feel like every like band that was local-esque just went phew, into the stratosphere. And like my homies out here like, yo, have you heard of Turnstile? And I'm like, who the hell is that? Go to like my Googles and I'm like, they're from Baltimore.
Yeah.
My father is from Baltimore. And I'm just like, I'm a disgrace. I'm a disgrace to my family name. Like, how do I have my ear to the ground like this deep and not heard of just like the smatterings of band that are now like big freaking deals in just like the regional area. So like, forgive me for getting to the party so late, but we're here and we just gotta like celebrate like the great acts that we have before you're in like on those metal like cruise lines and I never get to see you again or something like that.
Oh, appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, we definitely weren't doing a whole lot. But I mean, I wasn't even in the band back then, but it wasn't as, definitely easier to miss back then. So
Yeah, for sure.
We're just like bumping into somebody. Is like I during the height of the lockdown, I was at my job and some dude came in wearing a Jesus piece hat. And I'm like, dude, it's a really nice hat you got there. It's like, oh, thanks, I'm in the band. And I'm just like, just yeah, I just like I play in the band. Just like very just like unassuming. And I'm like, how dare you just bamboozle me in this way? It was right before they did that live stream show with Code Orange, that Hate 5-6 films. And I'm just like, why? Why me, Lord? Of course, I'm on the clock when this happens, but I'm just like, it's just like it's all around. That's why I'm like, I'm never leaving the city because like all the best bands play here, and like you get to hear stories like Zulu coming to Johnny Brenda's and someone's hair got lit on fire.
Okay.
I'm just like, I was just like waiting for the band to come out, and someone had candles at the venue, and I'm like, why are there candles? Why? Like someone patted her hair, so she was fine. She had no injuries, but the bartender's like, everyone leave. And I'm just like, these tickets were very expensive. Like the fire department was like, yeah, it's safe, everybody can go back in. And I'm just like, listen, I need to get somebody spin kicked before I go home. And like, no candles gonna stop me tonight.
Right. Yeah.
It was awesome. I think Sasami was like the headliner, and she's like, listen, all the merch is going to Zulu. They're from LA, so like,
of course,
put some coins in their cup, okay? Like, toss a coin to your Zulu. Okay, let's get down to brass tacks. I'm still like developing my concept as like a live stream like talk show host, but I find like the hey, shout out to my dog Morley. Shout out to the king. You know what it is.
Hey.
Granite State, we love y'all. I found like the easiest thing to do is that like I pass people songs and I kind of like as a sort of like way to like get around the copyright kings. I'm like, I'll have them react to these songs privately and we'll have like nice fruitful discussion. Like anyone who may be listening to the stream can go to the doobly-doo. You have the website for the band. You have the lyrics to the album. You have the playlist that I made, the playlist that they made, and various other like smatterings. I even put like the Thursday cover in there. I did like the new music tab. because I'm like,
Yeah.
this is good, and like not enough folks know who Thursday is, and I'm offended by that personally.
They need to know.
Geoff Ricky doesn't get mugged in Chicago for them to do like, who is that? I never heard of them. I'm like, this is the guy who produced the first MCR album. You will show him his respect.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
My lord. They're like, oh, I listen to Chief Keef. They should listen to Thursday. They're from the same city. Don't disrespect me. All right, so we are personifying pulses.
Okay.
And like, I put the album on, I'm going to work, and I'm like, what is this like, what is that melody? What is this math rock melody that I hear? It's like, why do I hear every band I've ever loved in high school all at the same time when I put this record on? What's happening here? And like the
Because
first
we
band
love
I heard,
every band
I thought
you
of,
ever loved in high school. That's why.
Yeah, probably.
and it's like, yo, like, did I just like go back in time to like hear the fall of Troy? What's happening here?
Yeah,
Because I'm like, we need to like, I haven't like heard a band like this like pay homage to that sound since like Chon, rest in peace, Chon.
Yeah.
You know, like so me just like we're losing recipes out here in like these like post-hardcore streets.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we
I
need
say
to,
it all the time.
Yeah, Kevin's always talking about that.
I'm just like, it was like, it's like, at one hand, it's like, I kind of almost resent Guitar Hero 3 for being like my door into bands like Kill Switch and things like that.
It was the same for me.
It was one of our doors too. That and Rock Band. Like it's super important to the culture.
Or just like hear my friends trying to like get like 100% on like my curse.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, this song is gas.
Yeah.
Like imagine me, right, as a kid on iTunes downloading that song for 99 cents and just like being upset that I got like the fade out version of that song and not like the single with like the whole neener at the end. I'm like, come on, bruv. I didn't pay $129 for this, but you play it over and over again, and you go to see your cousins in Norfolk, Virginia, and they're like, "Hey, Chris, what are you listening to?" "Oh, Kill Switch Engage." You what? Huh? I do not know who that is.
Right.
And it's like, you know about like Adam Dean is like legendary lamb chops. Come on, brother. He had them Lupe Fiasco glasses.
That's a cross reference.
Only guy I know is gonna like leave the stage and like get a beer mid solo.
Yeah, right.
Unhinged. I mean, more of that, please. It's like more the chariot playing in Australia, knocking over a bowl of pears. I
love that video. I've watched that video so many times. Like, it's so good.
Just someone put up like that them playing in Russia for some reason, and everyone just like, just dancing with ants in their pants.
Yeah.
And I'm like, like, or flashbacks whenever I see that clip.
Yeah.
I'm getting ahead of myself though. The first one I put into the personifying pulses list was Epigee by Seder.
Okay.
And I think like along with y'all, they're like the only band that I know that just have like that almost manic style of metal, just like flowing through the guitars, I'm sorry, Kevin.
Yeah.
I said they're cool people. Like we've talked.
Yeah. We played with them like forever ago.
Right. Okay. Like the thread is the thread of connection is there. And I'm just like, okay, like we still have a chance.
Yeah, right.
Like we might still just
No, you're good. Yeah, we played with them back in 2018 or something like that because they didn't have like Locust wasn't out yet. I'm looking at their Spotify again. I think Neutrino was like the thing they were like they had at the merch table and stuff. So it had to be like around then. But yeah, they're cool. Sick band.
I'm thankful. Like it's one of the few times I'm thankful for being on my phone on YouTube and not just like on my computer because usually I have like the ad block runner. But now like I happen to see the ad for that for the big record of theirs. And I'm like, hold on there, buddy, pal. What's going on here? Now I'll click on the AdSense for this one time, folks.
Right.
You're not gonna play a riff like that and just get away from me.
Yeah.
No, sir. Like give I'm just gonna put that in my pocket real quick. Yeah, thank you. Like,
right.
Huh?
Yeah.
No, I'm very pleased about that. Like seeing when I saw like the tour poster for y'all like opening for Kaonashi.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, because I even after all this time of being in Philly, I still haven't seen them play yet. but I happened to just like bump into Peter at a show.
Yeah.
It was, I think it was like, I think it had to be, I'm guessing either 2022 or 2000, I'm going to say 22, when Drugs and Scary Kids were doing a co-headliner.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
It was very stacked. It was those two. It was Dead American and at least two other bands I can't recall at the time. And I was definitely one of those assholes, like standing in the back with his hands crossed.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, do I want to get like stepped on today?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Like I haven't had enough energy drinks. So I'm like, I'm just gonna hang out back here.
Nothing wrong with that.
Me, Peter?
Yeah.
It was like, and just like disappeared into the crowd. And I'm like, wow, like a ghost.
Yeah.
And then they're gone. And then I'm like, and like the new release is out. That's pretty bonkers.
Yeah, that was a sick show. Like that, just all around, like one of our favorites that we've played in a while for sure. But yeah, they were all super nice dudes in that band. So it was a good time for sure.
It's February now. Spring is around the corner. Are there any long-term plans for y'all?
We got plans for the spring, but we can't talk about them yet. But
they have yet to be revealed. Like
yeah.
I'll be sure to add some of the socials into the comments so they can like follow y'all. Otherwise, I also like when I go onto the site for y'all that not only do you have just like the Spotify thing I can just easily click onto, you have the Apple, you have the Bandcamp.
Of course.
My question is like, why haven't you gotten like the title back? Why hasn't Hove hit your phone like, yo, you know what it is? Look at my awards.
I think I still need to fix the title up. I don't know if it's like actually like looking good over there, but DistroKid is kind of like slow with it sometimes.
Yeah,
so we'll see.
We'll see. Like I imagine like one of these cats has got to go. Like Daniel Ek is gonna like get a very like sternly worded email and like head for the hills, and then we can talk to Hove about what he can get us. You know what I'm saying? It's like yes, like as the God Fat Joe once said, like yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yep.
And like that van gas has got to be expensive.
Oh, of course it is.
So I know, like, please pick up a shirt, y'all. I know, like, payday's tomorrow for me, and I'm looking at one of those double XL t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, I gotta put on for the squad, brother.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I think again, back to lockdown. This is when like Holy Roller by Spirit Box just dropped. And so they had like that Christmas sweater combination. Like you can get a sweater and a bag of coffee, like inspired by the song. And I'm like, oh man, that looks so. It was like with the black and the yellow. And I was like, oh, I was even like just like the bedroom. I was like, I need that sweater. And my guy at the time was like, hey, I got you the sweater. And I'm like, what do you mean? And it was just like, it arrived in the mail and I wore that motherfucker every week. I was like, oh, you like my sweater? They're from Canada. Yeah, Canada. They didn't make metal up there. Wouldn't you know? So like,
they definitely took a lot of my money back like around that time period. I remember I bought a bunch of their shit. I know, Kevin, you got a lot of their stuff from that era too, don't you? Yeah,
for sure.
I knew like it was up for that band when two things happened. When they got Homeboy from As I Lay Dying to play bass, and when they got the game controller promo put out. And I'm like, they got like controllers for now? They really out here. Taking pictures of the Grammys and shit. Get out of here, bro. It's like, oh, we met Robert. I'm like, who? I'm like, big bro from Metallica. I'm like, oh, they're really out here, bro.
Yeah.
Rock Nation brunch pictures.
Yeah,
I remember like when Miss Courtney was doing like live streams like this, saying like, man, we gonna get on. So you about stick with us, like, cause we're out of here. Like we ain't Canada, we're out of here. We ain't never coming back. We're going to LA, going on tour, barely being in the crib. Stop playing with me. And I'm like, all right, bro, we'll see. And I
remember we because we played Blue Ridge with them like in 2020. Was it 2021, Kevin? I think it was 2021, right?
Yeah, sounds about right.
And they were like still early in the day. Like they had started to blow up, but they'd gotten their spot like months before where they weren't that big yet. And I just remember it was like us, another band, and then Spirit Box, and they just like had an insane like set. And the like stage managers and everything were just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is it this crazy this early? But yeah.
Oh, this is prior to the mudslide, then I guess, because
this was it was 2021. The mudslide I think was this year or whatever. I don't know. They have a different incident. I feel like every year. So I can't keep track. But
I'm hoping next year will be like my year. I finally get my passport, go to England, and like go to one of those like big like 3-day like
good ones.
like put on your like galoshes and like wade through the swamp to the pit.
Yeah, they know how to do fests over there for sure. Like they
have like 15 of them these days, and I'm like, I can maybe do 2, and like just call it a day. You know, like I'll do. I think I'll do Reading Leeds. Yeah, and maybe I'll do like 2,000 Trees. That feels more like focused to like this side of like the musical universe.
Or Arctangent.
Arctangent's another good one. Yeah, I would like to go to Download someday just to like because I know it's insanely like.
To rub shoulders with the goats.
Yeah.
Catch that eventually a Slipknot set.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right. Other song I put on here was some Fishbone, Sunless Saturday. Because I'm thinking like I gotta pay homage to the OGs who just like be scaring folk when they like play shows. Like, what is happening up there? I want no parts of that. You know, because y'all had that legendary Scottu Network feature on the phones, and like the Alice in Chains own joke. I really appreciate the Alice in Chains joke. It means a lot.
It definitely wasn't an Alice in Chains joke first.
I never even made that connection. That's really funny.
I had made it like a while ago, and I was like, yeah, that works out. Like it didn't start that way, but I'm like, yeah. Cool. Whatever.
Just like another band that like I feel like it's just like underrated, even though like they're in like the big 4 of grunge and whatever. It's just seeing the band like get new life when they put out Black Insulated Blue and like songs like Check My Brain, which is like I hear Check My Brain, I'm like, this is a gent song. Like you know, like they aren't playing 8 string, but this is gent, like straight up. If you like get Misha Mansour in the studio,
I have not listened to that in a while, so I cannot confirm or deny that. But if that's what it is, maybe I need to go back and listen to it again.
Yeah,
man, it's like you have like cats that are like, once like Lane Staley passed, like the band's gone. I'm like, they literally put out 3 albums. Like over the last 10 years. What are you talking about? Like The Devil Left Dinosaurs here is crazy.
Yeah, I've heard that was really good. I need to go back like through their discography and listen to some other stuff because I only really know like some of the classic stuff, but I've heard that it's all like pretty good. So
yeah, and it's like I don't want to like say like they're butt rock now. I feel like I feel like they come up in the grunge era. You're basically a legend at this point. And one thing I'll always kick myself over. Yeah, you know, being from the DMV, y'all know about the chili cook-off. And I went the 1 year. The lineup was really weird. It was Red, Gold, Green. It was Silver Sun Pickups.
Nice.
AWOL Nation. And Soundgarden was like the headliner.
Oh, sick.
Interesting.
And we like, we're going to the start of the show. We're going to stay the whole day. We did not stay the whole day. Because I got there and I'm like, where is the chili? I'm hungry. I just brought water. I'm broke, 5 broke. So where's the food? And it was just like chili cook-off and name. And I'm like, I'm there. I'm like insulted and offended. We're leaving. Plus, we had to like take the metro back to Moco. So like, we're going home. And I didn't really figure the fact like this would be the only time I'd ever seen Chris Cornell.
Right.
And he was just like a real for. I'm like, everybody say fuck, like during their set. And I'm like, Chris, love you, love Black Hole Sun, love Loud Love. I'm starving. There's no chili. I'm leaving. We got out of there.
I didn't realize there was no chili. I've never actually been to one of those. I thought they at least had some. But yeah, I would have done the same thing.
Episode.
Yeah.
Like, where's that 5-alarm chili? I want to be like Homer Simpson. Don't play with my emotions.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get fed. I made the mistake going to Warped Tour not once, not twice, but 3 times. Not buying food. I'm like, I can cop some CDs,
You got
a nice T-shirt or 2.
A few of them overpriced chicken nuggets or chicken tenders. Got to have some of that. It's a staple.
The 3rd year, it was just like we were doing a water diet, and Monster was sponsoring the 2017 run of that tour. So Monster was free, so I got one of those, and I'm just like, I can do 2 more sets, but then we need to leave before I fall out. Exactly. And it was right toward the end of the night. And they brought up American Authors, and like, it's time to leave.
Yeah.
This
I
is not
remember
the best day of my life.
that
I
one.
want to go home.
Yeah.
I remember seeing one show. I don't know if they did it like multiple times, but Guar was also on that year.
That
And
was the one. That
they
had to be
killed
the
him.
one because they murdered that band.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did that happen in like the? I don't remember because I wanted to
Yeah.
leave.
I
And we
mean,
got
Guar's
fed.
from Virginia, so I think it
Yeah.
was probably like
Goats.
a local one. So I thought that was
Yeah.
funny. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's all I got on that.
To be honest with y'all, like I've only ever like because I know like Let Us Slay the single, but other than that, don't know their like
I don't know shit about
discography.
Guar.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
either.
I
bro.
cannot talk about Guar any further than what I have.
Yeah.
The only connections that I have to Guar is that I'm pretty big fan of like Devin Townsend from Strapping Young Lad, and like he has a connection with them, and like their NPR Tiny Desk is like actually
I
really
forgot they
good.
did that. Yeah.
That's cool.
I think I put it on last summer. I was with the homies, and I'm like, let's just watch this. And I'm like, wait a minute, like they're cooking.
Yeah.
Like it's I don't know what they're cooking, but they are cooking.
I think
Yeah.
a lot of the artists lately that go on NPR or Tiny Desk know that they have to. Like it's probably the biggest it's ever been. Like
Mhm.
ironically enough, Tiny Desk, big show. But
Yeah.
like everybody tries their hardest when they go on like this
Imagine that.
past year. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's come a long way since like Adele and like the dude from like the 1975 would just like casually drop in,
Mhm.
Yeah.
do like 3 songs and dip. But now you got Usher and like Scarface giving like career defining performances.
Mhm.
And it's like,
Right.
all right, I never getting hired there. Like, you know, like a boy can dream like, oh, maybe I can like intern with them for a summer. But now it's like high profile folks coming in there, like they got bodyguards and shit. Might as well like,
Maybe.
again
You never
get
know.
the passport to work for Colors on YouTube instead. Maybe I could meet one of my favorite rappers.
Right.
Yeah.
Dressed in lime green. Shout out to Doechii with that all yellow fit. Just putting all these rappers to saying, not Kevin though. You want to do a battle, Doechii, like hit the DMs. I'm just saying, but like,
Nah.
we got to get y'all out there in Europe because I know they had Phony People on there. They've got a few bands on Colors, but I know it's not usually their bag. I imagine just picking one specific, like turquoise. Get them all turquoise.
We're not
like,
usually anyone's bag, so you know.
Hey, listen. I got plenty of totes to put you in. Don't let me grab the totes. I got a bag of bags under my sink. If you know, you know.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right, let me stay in my bag and go down this list. Third on here, I had to like get into like since like I mentioned like Scott Network, Hi Jer, and Fishbone. I had to bring up Hey Smith, which I recently got into, this like ska punk band from Japan.
Okay.
And I'm like, I had to put like the Still Ska Punk record because I'm like, yeah, this feels Pulses adjacent. And I attempted to like go through like the playlist that y'all made, and I'm like, this is 6 hours long. What did I do?
Yeah, it is.
Like, shout out to you for like putting almost 97 songs in here.
Yeah.
But man, I think I maybe got to like
that's what it takes.
14. And I'm like,
hey, that's cool. It's there for anybody that needs to know.
Yeah.
Right. And because like when I heard Loafers for the first time, I'm like, when's the last time I heard just like a fun like group posse cut in this just like R&B adjacent space? And when I went to my notes, because when I listened to the album the third time, I wrote some things down, and I'm like, the first thing that I can think of is like the Ladies Night remix of Not Tonight by Lil' Kim.
Okay.
Then like, you know, you go through your list and you see Motown Philly, and I'm like, I should put 2 and 2 together. Because we don't really have just like those, let's get 4 just like singers on one beat. But like, you know what? Let me not lie. I forgot about the king that doesn't eat the box, DJ Khaled with Hold You Down. With all those singers he had on there.
Yeah.
Hey Matt. True. Yeah, hey Matt. You smart. You loyal. I'ma hold you down. Buy your mama a house. Buy yourself a house. Come back for more. Hey, say my name. DJ Khaled.
That man is hilarious.
Cinema.
Hilarious.
That's more Scorsese would say.
Yeah.
It's certainly not a Marvel movie, but you know.
Hey, what can you do?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what you can do. When I was going through the album every time, when we got to like the last track on But It Is with King Carson from the Cowboys. Hey, shout out to I don't recall Miss Ma'am's name, like it's a guitar, but I saw one of their members
Maddie.
like, yes, bro. Like, peace and blessings. I hope your forehead is okay, bro. Because like that was a nasty bump. It's like you took a steel chair to the head, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
She looked like she was okay. Like I know today they were like out like doing stuff, it looked like. So I guess that she's good now. But I know they canceled like one show, I think, but hop back on. But yeah, I'm surprised that hasn't happened with us yet. Like, I'm surprised that like David hasn't hit Caleb or I haven't hit Caleb or whatever, because it was a headstock thing. I think their bass player's headstock hit Maddie in the head, and I'm like, I'm surprised we haven't done that yet.
Well, the Fates type shit.
Yeah, it's scary out here, especially with David. David be swinging that shit. So I'm surprised he is.
Like, if you're gonna come to like a beat down show or a hardcore show, like mouth guard, like boxing helmet, something over your nose. I see this one clip of this dude doing like the John Lennon walk across the mosh pit, and basically hitting this dude with like a haluva kick, and then walked right back to his spot, beer in hand, not feeling a drop.
I saw that video.
Son, like we gonna have to like do Mortal Kombat outside the venue after that. There's no way you get that on camera and disrespect me like that, brother.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna hug you. I'm gonna have to like hit you with that German suplex. Don't play with me, bro.
I just stay in the back and do my own thing. That's about it.
I definitely seen like the one clip of like the guy like eating his mac and cheese, just like giving guys a look like, listen, I do this for real. Don't play with me. Y'all go ahead and do that circle pit over there. I'm over here on my lunch.
Right.
Yeah.
I paid my ticket. Like, punch your ticket to heaven. Don't play with me, brother.
Yeah.
But I got my problem, Carson, because like it's been a while since I've heard like that inspiring kind of monologue to a song since like the Hotel Books days.
Okay.
And I like Jones like asked him like the intro, like, listen, just do what you do normally, and we'll figure it out.
Well, the outro is actually Caleb. Carson's feature is just the like intro and the hook.
Yeah, which is funny because a lot of people thought Carson was like, no, it's like we just got Carson doing some singing, which was funny because Carson was just like, I've never he sings in Cowboys obviously, but it was like I've never sang on like a feature, but like he killed it. So
definitely. Oh yes, now I'm gonna have to run that back a freaking like fifth time. Stop playing with me. I just it's like the first time I put the album on. I usually listen to it when I was going to work or coming home from work. And I'm like, when I go to work, I take 2 buses. And so when I wait for the second one, if it takes more than 5 minutes, I walk. And I'm like, this is a good 20 minutes. I'll finish the album, first pass. I'll get my thoughts together. It's like spring's like around the corner, so it's getting a little warmer. Take the hoodie off, and I'm just like, I need to contemplate my life listening to this record. Like, what am I doing out here? Like, what's happening? Just real existential type shit. And it's like, because I think about how the panorama just like kind of like forces onto a corner.
Yeah.
And like it's because of just like spending all this time on Twitter, like seeing how like massive life-changing events were happening across the world, and just like, oh, who am I gonna see on my feed every day? And it was all like these DIY bands, like, yo, like what y'all working on? And that's how I ran into y'all. And it's like, oh man, like I resent like just like the state of the world, like kind of exposing itself, like, oh, we really don't care about y'all for real, but like, please, like, like, don't give up, please go to work, please keep going, make us money. And I'm like, I hate that, like the world would kind of like mask off like that. But I guess in just like being as frustrated as I was about like, like my current position and things like that, these great songs came into my life, and it's like, oh, like I gotta pass this shit forward for real, It's like,
right.
I see like DIY brought cassettes back, and I'm like, man, I need to just like get a bunch of these and just like hide them places. This is like, what the fuck is this? And it's just like
Easter eggs.
100%. Like there's a store here in Philly called Treehouse Books. Shout out to Treehouse Books. And like you go up in there, and they're kind of like a community center, daycare sort of situation. And it's like, hey, you see a book on the shelf, take it home with you. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to do something about this, because I think about how being a youngster, picking up manga in like the library, and I'm like, yo, I can just take this home with me and read it. And so like when I buy like the manga that I can't like watch anime for, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna take it over to Treehouse. So like some youngsters like, yo, heard about Chainsaw Man. Like, oh, here's volume 1. Like, that's yours now. And so I'm going to try and like pass like, because I still have like a bunch of my CDs.
Right.
And the current like setup that I have, it does not have a CD player. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready to like commit to like buying that external CD drive yet.
Yeah.
But in the event if I drag my feet because I move soon, it's like, okay, a lot of these records are going to like Treehouse Books. So just like, Closure in Moscow, who's that? So I'm like, listen.
No, figure it out.
It's cool when people do that though. Like I remember I went to a thrift store one time that had like a massive CD section, and I found it was the like demo version of the first Alisana EP. Like not even like the label version. It was like the one that they would have done before that. And I think the label version had like one extra song and was like remixed or something. And I was just like, I didn't even know what it was. Like I knew who Alisana was, but I was like, I don't know what this record is, like, because it's their demo or whatever. And it was just like, oh, that's cool. Someone just like, it was like $3. It was crazy. So it's like,
Black and White EP by Alisana, like, I think it still holds up, you know? Like,
yeah.
I feel like it could have been way bigger, but like, I guess like what they were doing just wasn't like being like, I think because I know they were on Fearless for a long time, but then I guess like, they became even more indie. And I definitely like got a few jokes off like, yo, why do they have like 3 guitars like they're Iron Maiden? But I'm like, come on, cuz like these songs are like, I think all the way up till maybe like 2016, around the time y'all got started, I'm like, this is a solid group. But I don't know, like burnout or whatever takes place after like decades worth of time. We all can't be Dying Fetus out here, just like
of course.
We're just like punishing the masses out here with those unga bunga riffs.
Yeah.
Straight caveman tunes.
I need to get into Dying Fetus. I kept seeing clips from FYA, and I was like, this is crazy. Like, I should probably listen to this. But
I think I was definitely listening to the Hard Lore podcast today with Bo, Colin, and Trey from Dying. And
I need to listen to that. So
it's so inspiring because it was like, we all belong together anyway. That's why we're all here, because like we're meant to be with one another. And I'm like, why do I really just feel some type of way like, we really are we're really out here doing like getting out the mud together, you know?
Yeah.
Like I think late last year I heard I mentioned Zulu again. At least the guitar section of Zulu, the guy from H2O, and Garrett Green from Sepultura, just all hanging out, like chatting about like this culture, and just like, oh, like I live in Brazil and I'm in Sepultura, and it's like, oh, I used to live in New York and now live in LA. And it's like, oh, like I used to throw house shows, and now like, and just like the connections, just like how it all like it's all basically like linked together. Later that year, dude got the guy from She Wants Revenge. And he's like, I heard you had Zulu on here. I know the frontman of that band because like when his brother was in the Bots, and I'm like, dude, I got into the Bots because of Warped Tour 2010, and I'm just like, I'm like, it's all. And then Limp Bizkit gave She Wants Revenge their first shot, and I'm like, Fred?
Yep.
Fred's got the. I know they did that tour with they had like Scowl and Dying Wish, and like crazy lineup.
Never again slander this man and his business prowess.
Yeah.
He's like, man, like who do I have? Like whose shoulder do I have to rub to throw the bag at some of these acts? Because here, listening to Hard Lore and be like, oh, like don't get robbed here, or like here's how to change a tire, and I'm like, all the mechanics, all like the wannabe Fast and Furious dudes out here, just like, my vehicle. It's like, why aren't they like linking up with these bands and like preventing any of this shit? Is like, tire blew out, gonna miss the show. Like, and Tom, like, get your wannabe Dom Treader guy to like zoom out there and get them zoom to the venue. It was like, we'll fix the vehicle. You play the gig.
Capitalism.
Unfortunately.
Not that C, but the other C.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm walking all over my dollars. No. But we shan't be discouraged.
Yeah.
What else can I bother y'all with? All right. So last song on my list, my little personifying pulses memory, I guess like image board is Love Talk by Wavy. A little Chinese boy band pop for y'all, because you know, like the interlude prior to the last song is very 90s coded. And I'm about 32 now, and I have a very just like weird relationship with just like 90s music because I had a very sheltered life as a child. And so I hear like Aguilera or like Destiny's Child or like NSYNC, and I'm like, bro, what is this? Like this dated ass production. But just like the way just like certain just like acoustic guitar over just like, you know, syncopated water drops hits the ear. And I'm like, oh man, I want to go back to McDonald's and get like a proper like kids meal.
Yeah.
And just like watch like the
Big
halftime
throwback.
show, like
Yeah.
pop a cassette on.
It's good stuff.
It's like, like this, it feels what it feels like, it feels home. It feels like home, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
I mean,
like just like with the right dose, like I can get down with this.
It's like you said before when you were like, oh, this band is like every band I grew up with in high school. Well, guess what? I grew up with 90s and 2000s pop in high school too. I'm not gonna neglect that. That's a part of who I am. That's a part of like what I am. So it's just I thought instead of doing, or Caleb thought, or whoever thought of it, instead of doing the acoustic track on a metalcore album, you know, where they're like, oh, we can have emotions. Well, why don't we do the R&B ballad, you know, the 2000s R&B Ray J, Usher type ballad instead. So it works out, I think.
Yeah, man. The last live stream I did was with my good friend Haystack West. And I had him just kind of like randomly choose winners for the Grammy Awards prior to like the big show. Because I'm like, you're not going to watch it, but like, I love your opinion on stuff. So please tell me your thoughts. And one of the awards we did was like best R&B. And we went on like a big like 5-minute rant about, man, where are the yearners? Where are the guys hitting the on the beat?
Yeah.
Where are they at? We need them back.
That's why we had to put a Nehu on the first album. Like it's on.
Oh yeah, we do gotta
Bouquet, like on Juice. There's a Nehu on there.
Right back to that.
Nobody Nehus anymore.
It's you and like Masego, and like that's it.
Exactly.
Like, we need a few more Nehuers out here because like it's looking bleak. The lovers are not being properly represented. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're not all just like simps out here. It's like, listen, we need you need to like go into the phone booth and cry on the voicemail.
They were simping a lot more back in the day. There are quite a few 90s R&B songs that use simp before like we recontextualized the word simp into like truly negative. Like it was back and you were simping for a girl because you really were down. You were like just down. Not like
you got
in a subway. Shit, yeah, but you were just like you were down. You're like that was, you know, kind of toxic masculine shit. Like, but you know, you simped if you just like actually gave a shit about a girl. So, you know, we don't have that shit as much anymore. It's still there. It's in pockets, but you know, we need to bring it back to the mainstream.
Put it on the forefront. It's like, damn, like, oh man, my dog is in love, and it's just like, respect the grind. It's like, man, bro, back up off me. I'm in love. It's like, you're in love. No, I'm in love. You know what I'm saying? But it's like 2 U's and 3 V's in that motherfucker.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
We appreciate that. I feel like it's just like it's that nightlife type beat, you know?
Yeah.
Just the right amount of just like oozing 808 over the production. All right, you know what I'm saying? Big, just like what's the word? Tony type energy.
Yep. Yeah, that was Feels Good was an inspiration, but more for like loafers. But yeah,
like my brother was born in like 96, and so like he like really just put me on to things like Drew Hill and hey, let's go, baby. Like you're on that cusp, aren't you? He was like, Gen Zers. I'm like, not really. 96, 98. Come on now. Show some respect. But just like the titans of that sound, Drew Hill and what's it called? Mint Condition.
Yeah.
Just the way just like the snare pops on those songs, like bro, like that is a deathcore snare.
There's an idea that we didn't use on the record that's in our Dropbox that's called Mint Condition type beat that I did off of something. I can't remember what song it was based off of, but that was one that didn't make the cut. But yeah.
We'll probably revisit it, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably. We got so many in there. We got to go back to.
I wanted to be like, yo, like, not only you feel like, you know, it's, I guess, like, in like the grand scheme of just like bands doing band shit, 2016 to 2024 doesn't seem like a lifetime, but it is. And for y'all to like, I guess like even with like even with this album being like your third LP, technically, just like the remix album, like the B-side stuff, we don't see a lot of that. And like, I was like, listen, like, if you fuck with this song, it's like we're back with this, back with the remix. Like, yes, it's like it's you and Good Tiger, just like utilizing like the power of the remix.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
like, let's create, let's experiment, you know.
Of course.
No, those are always super fun. Like I love doing those, so it's a good time for sure.
I also want to I appreciate the fact that like Banquet by Block Party is like included on y'all's playlist, but like when I hear just the Don't Let Me Down, Turn It Up, I think of that one part. I think of that one song on Intimacy by Block Party. Where like Pele's doing all that call and response shit. He was like, "Oh, it's all getting quite highly charged. Get out of the way, I'll get fucked up." And I'm like, "Listen, like,
it's just those builds, those like reaching out to the crowd, like even if there's no crowd, you have to do that kind of thing to build some energy sometimes." So
the liar, like he's a liar, he's a cheat bit, especially just like calls out to me because I remember a time when I bought my first Between the Buried and Me album. It was Parallax 2. And there was just this one section where dudes was going like, weak souls, weak minds, just like over and over, or like this like creepy carnival beat. And I'm just like, man, I must go bonkers at the show, you know?
I'm sure.
This is the one part where I get to like scream back a dude's face and I'm like, grab the mic, bro. It's like, it's giving me the goosies, babe. The goosies.
Yeah.
All right, kiddies. It's almost 8:15. I said I was going to have you out of here before 9.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to plug before I let y'all go?
I don't know. What do you think, Matt?
Sorry, it cut out. What'd you say?
Before I let y'all leave, anything you want to plug or anything that you want to shout out?
I don't know. It sucks because it's like literally like all the stuff we have coming to be announced like in the next week or two, but we can't talk about it yet. So it's unfortunate.
I think it's still perfect because it's like it's a Thursday night and like the best is yet to come because like it's only like the second month of the year and like shit's gonna get rolling sooner or later. Like one artist is gonna go like boop to the damn foosh, you know, like with Megan like getting like that super nice deal. More artists can be like, hey, Meg got that deal. We want a deal just like that. And so like people feel comfortable like, oh, because I have space to like take a chance on my idea, I'll put this out.
Right.
You know, Jiraiya coming up, Sheen coming up. And it's just like, yo, what?
There's more music coming out from
we got
this year.
Oh.
That's like not an album, obviously. We just did that, but like,
but like,
there's a lot of things, a lot of ideas.
Yeah, we're planning on a bunch of different things, and at least like one or two of them will definitely happen. So that's what I feel like. That's what we do every year. Is like we make a bunch of plans, and then like as many of them can or that happen like as can happen. Like happen.
Backup plan to that backup plan.
We'll see. But yeah, then we got some shows. But shows are those we can't talk about yet. But we got shows. So
keep your May open. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Do my little R-Truth link there. Big congratulations on cracking 1 million streams on Louisiana Purchase.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, because the homies are like, hey, we're getting real close. And I'm like, say less, I'll do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I haven't heard this album yet. Now that like I feel that like my arc with Supposed is like coming to a close, like not only is like, oh, it's like because there was like, oh, what album have you heard? Should I go to? Oh, boom, pull it off my shelf. I've heard this like 4 times. I can go. I can stand on business. Like you should hear this. This is like something you need to hear about. And I can go deeper into your past, like I'm Doctor Who, and be like, so what were they doing then? Like what got them to this place? I'm very interested and intrigued.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. There's a lot of cool branches on those trees. The last like EP that we released is nothing like the album that we just dropped. So it's just
Speak less. Yeah, it's like it's super different, and
it's definitely worth going back and figuring stuff out and listening to whatever we had to say back then. I think it holds up.
Yeah.
Yo, like variety is more than just some like magazine. Like it's just like it is the lifeblood of this scene. Like who told Paramore to cover Talking Heads? Like certainly not any of us. So it's like anything is up for grabs at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna leave it at that. Like these things tend to drag sometimes. Like I'll go like an hour and a half. I'm like, what did we even talk about? What the hell? Like, want to give folks time to just like, now I'm like kind of interested in hearing their album. They can do that the rest of their evening. Lots of cool stuff in like the description of this particular stream. Like I said, you can find the website, you can find the lyrics, you can find the inspiration playlist, theirs and mine and mine. Please grab a shirt. Please grab some tangible media, CD, vinyl, cassette.
And I know it's not us, but stream Swear Words and Darting Eyes by What Steals Ahead, and
they got an album,
Infinite Void as well.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Like I live in Philly. I think they're in Jersey or something like that. I'm gonna hop on the train.
They're playing Philly. Hold on, let me get this right. They're playing Philly very
2
soon.
Weekends from now.
I
think.
Yeah, hold on, let me find it.
It's the 17th. I don't know where though.
Oh yeah, 17th. I'm trying to find it because they got all their reels that they've been posting, so it's hard to find the actual flyer thing. But yeah, they're playing Philly on the 17th with some other cool bands that we've I know time friend is on there, and they're sick. We played with them last time we were in Philly. But yeah, they're playing up there, so that'll be cool. So if you're around, check them out. They're sick. Their new album's incredible. Like we have heard it, and it's great. So definitely worth jumping on the train for them.
If I don't if my job gets in the way of me going to the gig or whatever, it's to really just fulfill my destiny as the American Black Nardwuar. I'm gonna slide over to Philly with a handful of vinyl and be like, I have a gift for you, and just pull up my recorder and be like, look at here, how did y'all do this? Because I heard Darting Eyes because of y'all, because of the feature you have on the album, and I'm like for me to not again be cognizant of these local acts is an insult to the culture. So it's on repeat, and I'm I can't wait to
the perfect time to get in with them.
Yeah,
because they got album, so
a great album coming. So yeah,
I can't pre-save for some reason because my current Spotify account is logged in with my college level. Now it's not my current Yahoo is connected to my Facebook, but my Spotify is to my hacked Yahoo account. And I'm I don't know how it's still active, but I'm not paying for Spotify. Oh, fuck you, Daniel Eck. So if it's working, I'm not gonna touch it. When it falls apart, then I have no excuse. I'll start over from scratch. But in the meantime, I'm since I can't pre-save, I'm gonna try and get at least cop the physical copy. I just got some vinyl in the mail. I'm yo, shout out to A Day Without Love. I got the record. I'm gonna hang it on my wall. So just pull up yo, what's your favorite place to eat? I'm buying. I brought y'all gifts. Let's chat about it.
Do that. I know they would love it. I know
they would love that.
With sales ahead, we coming for you, nigga. King Booker. My name is Chris. I'm post-COVID Chris today. I'm COVID free, baby. We survived.
Congratulations.
I was in the dumps. I avoided this motherfucking shit for 4 years.
Damn,
you know how angry I was.
For everybody.
Yeah, I got it what, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago at this point. No, it's just I was even pissed then because I was I avoided it for 2 years.
Shit is wild. So here are the calls to action, folks. Not only can you support the band with your dollars and with your time, you can do these 3 things for me, and you owe me nothing at all. You can drink some water. Water's good for you. You can wear a mask. Protect yourself. Protect your neighbors. Protect your kids. Protect the strangers. And finally, the 3rd thing you can do after watching this stream, you're gonna brush your teeth, floss. I don't know, put a face mask on. You're gonna have to look yourself in the eye in the mirror and say, self, I love you. Say I love you to yourself and mean that shit. And if for some reason you can't do that, trust me, I understand. But please know this. I myself, Chris Kennard, I love you. In the most platonic and supportive way possible. I was like, I can't speak for Matt and Kevin because, you know, like, I don't know them brothers like that, but, you know, we here for you. We care for you. We gonna get through this shit together. All right. That's all I wanted to say, brother.
Yeah.
It's all
the band is pulses. It wasn't supposed to be like this, but it is. Keep it rocking with the free roll. Let me not steal that man's tagline. Let me not steal that man's tagline.
He'll run up on you.
Uncle Nard, brother.
He'll run up on you, and you won't even know it.
He gonna call me on the phone like, Chris Kennard, is this where you live? Oh, Lord. I'll put that big ass hat on me. It's a wrap. This is goodbye. Is just farewell. Until next time, say goodbye, folks.
Bye.
Bye.